50 win over the FireBrirds. The FireBrirds undefeated no more.
I know, they were on a winning streak, 2 games in a row, and they've been down and out for the last couple of seasons. They've got the Ugandan superstar in Mary Cholak. She only shot 22 and 1 super shot last night, but the Sunshine Coast Lightning, they just always find a way. Experienced players all over the court, and that was a game that they really needed to win to set up their season and what they could do this year. So it was a great win by the Lightning, but the FireBrirds, they've still got, I think, plenty of life left in them, and the more they learn to feed Cholak in that shooting end, the more dangerous they're going to become.
And the season is young.
Very, very young.
But this is a story that has made headlines, and Fever's Janelle Fowler-Nembard returns to the court against the Vixens today after sadly losing her child to a miscarriage. It's such a sad story, but one that has brought to a head some contractual things for the league.
Definitely, and I'm so happy to see her back, and she's taking the court against the Vixens this afternoon. There's been a lot going on behind the scenes. Netball Australia have been working with West Coast Fever. When you have a player who is on maternity leave, and she obviously wanted to come back into the game earlier than what everyone thought was going to happen. So Netball Australia have worked with the West Coast Fever. Michael Mwenda, who had taken her position, they had to give 4 weeks notice to say Janelle Fowler-Nembard is coming back. So now Mwenda steps back into a training partner role, still able to be used by the club if they need her. But what it does, it just flags a big issue that is going to happen in women's sports, sadly. And I think we just have to make sure the policies are in place to protect everybody. And I think Netball has done a good job in making sure that everybody has been looked after in this situation, but we just need to make sure there's something in place structurally so that there's a go-to when it does happen, unfortunately.
It is such a sad story, but to have a precedent so there's no confusion going forward in such sad circumstances is...
And to know everyone feels supported in the scenario is the most important part.
Yeah, absolutely.